Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our SIT participants for yet another refreshing SIT retreat of this month. Today, we have with us Brother E.V. Girish, a dynamic trainer and counselor with passion for excellence and creativity. Brother Girish is a well-known trainer across industries for his unique style and ability to inspire people. He has taken training program at ISRO, which is Indian Space Research Organization, and NPCIL, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, IIT Madras, Roorkee, Patna, JNU, NID Institute of Design, Indian Army, LNT, ICICI, ICAI, and many others. He has also been associated with the Brahma Kumaris for the past 24 years, an international socio-spiritual organization which has an NGO status with UN and consultative status with UNICEF and ECOSOC. He was a Rotaract president and is now a Rotarian. He has also conducted many seminars and programs as social service at various schools, colleges, Rotary clubs, hospitals all over India. Internationally, he is an internationally certified user of POMAS, PPA, HGA, which means personal profile analysis, provides behavioral assessment for an individual and human job analysis, which provides a behavioral benchmark for a job role. He was invited to speak at the 24th Rotary District Conference, RI District, held at Colombo, along with international speakers and Miss World of South Africa. He has created many training modules and he has many clients, which is from government institutions to defense establishments to banks, corporates, and IT companies, educational institutions, pharmaceutical companies, hotels, education, and and many other fields. So today we have a very well-known speaker amongst us who would be addressing the topic. I'm sure you're all aware of today's topic. Yes, the recipe to happiness. We all want to be happy in life, but do we really know what is the recipe to do so? So today, Brother Girish would guide us and help us understand what is the recipe to happiness. Over to you, Girish Bhai. Welcome.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Namaste and good morning. Thank you, Shivani Ben, for that sweet introduction. Before I start, I have a request. I don't know whether this would go good with the IT professionals because most of the time you are on screen, but I want you to switch on your videos, because if it's a session on happiness, if I don't see people, then it seems as if I'm speaking to, non-animate things. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you so much, sir. Yes. Let me make it to the gallery view. Yeah. So before we start understanding the recipe for happiness, those who have switched on the videos, there is a second condition for it. And that is, you should look at least happy, right? At least smile, so that, I also feel happy discussing about happiness. Yeah. So thank you so much. Today's session will be a little interactive session. You can, write your responses either in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself if it is possible. And I want you to share with me. My second condition is, please don't accept anything what I have to tell you. Yeah, listen to me, I mean, we are good at listening to a lot of people, but the challenge is we at times, we do things what we feel like doing and what we think is right. And that's where, we need to understand human psychology. So those who have switched on the video, thank you so much. And those who have still not thinking, should I or shouldn't I mean, I still request you to switch on the video because we do the first exercise. I want you to keep your finger like this. Yeah. Wonderful. That's interesting. Good. Now, only the forefinger. Manoj, not the whole 5 fingers, only the forefinger. That's interesting. Now keep it down. Don't do it. I will demonstrate it to you. And I want you to, when I say start, then you do it. Okay. What you're supposed to do is you have to keep your finger like this and rotate it in a clockwise direction. Don't do it right now, and I hope you're very clear with this. Maybe it may look different when you're looking at the screen, but you have to see your finger and move your finger in a clockwise movement, clockwise direction. Okay. And slowly keep moving the finger in the clockwise direction and move it upward. And you should see your finger above, and you have to see whether your finger is moving in what direction. So I presume if it is moving in the clockwise direction. Uh-oh. Hello, you can't. Hello. You can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
Somebody said your video is stuck. So I thought probably, I mean, was my instruction very clear till now?
Yes.
Okay, then that's interesting. So as you move up, you have to still see what's the movement of my finger. So I presume it would be in the clockwise direction. Now the second part of it, keep moving in the clockwise direction and then slowly bring it down, maybe at your stomach level or the navel level, and still keep moving in the clockwise direction. Okay, and then see what's the movement of your finger. That's it, nothing else. So you keep it like this, keep moving in the clockwise direction, move up, but you have to not look at me, but you have to see the movement of your finger, and then slowly bring it down and also watch what's the movement of your finger. That's it, nothing else. Okay, here we start. Okay, you all have to do it. Okay, keep your finger maybe at your nose level, move it in the clockwise direction, move it in the clockwise direction. Wonderful. Good. Slowly take your finger up, up, up. Watch the movement of your finger. Watch, is it moving in the clockwise direction? Good. Now bring it down. Okay, bring it down, bring it down. Wonderful. Bring it down and see what's the movement of your finger. Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? Yeah, Ravi Kiran sir, is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? Amit Tiwari says it is clockwise. When you have brought it down, it is still clockwise. Please do it once again. Shabbir Jamil sir, what's your response? I mean, if you can, I mean, the administrator can unmute Shabbir and Ravi Kiran. Yeah, sir. Kanchan Roy's iPad. I don't know your name, sir, but that's what it's mentioned out there.
Yes,
yeah. So Shabbir sir, when that finger is above you, it is clockwise, correct? Yeah. And when you brought it down, bring it down, and then watch your finger. In what direction is it moving? Shabbir sir, what direction it is moving? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
From my end, I see it in clockwise. Maybe my perception is wrong. I don't know.
Shabbir sir, I'll tell you. You are moving in the clockwise direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take it up. Okay. What movement? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. Make smaller circular motion, sir. Don't do it so big.
Okay.
Now bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Same movement, same movement, same movement. Bring it to your chest level. Yeah. Now see what is the movement. Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
It's anti-clockwise actually.
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. I did not ask you to move it in the anti-clockwise direction.
But
How did it become anti-clockwise?
because when the finger was upside,
Who
other
say-
side you yes,
who is
Shrikant.
saying- Shrikant, sir, go ahead. Go ahead, Shrikant.
Actually,
sir.
when
Yeah.
your finger was upside,
Mhm.
that actually you
Mhm.
can see the below side. When it moves to the downward, you can see the upward side, the pin, right?
Mhm.
So it becomes how it becomes is that it's seeing the other side of that, right? Up and down. It just you can see up and down of that finger rotation, right? So it makes clockwise to anti-clockwise.
Just by looking, it becomes anti-clockwise. You are a great magician. You have got, superpowers, sir. Shrikant, sir. Just by
It is becoming, it is remaining clockwise only, sir.
it's remaining
I feel-
clockwise. Yeah.
Yeah, because I am moving it in a clockwise direction.
Yeah.
So as
Sir,
I am coming down also, it is clockwise only I can see.
no, you look at the finger. You bring it to your chest level. Look at the finger. Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? It is anti-clockwise.
Yeah, correct. Right.
Yeah. Ravi Kiran, sir, what's happening? Maybe at your
Clockwise.
place, everything is in the right way, fashion because
Clock-
Shrikant,
Clockwise.
on top it is clockwise
Clockwise.
and down.
Clockwise.
Sir, do it once again.
No, as you are keeping it down, it is becoming anti-clockwise.
Sir, you are moving in the anti-clockwise direction. Ravi Kiran, sir.
No, from my side it is clockwise.
Okay, on top it is clockwise. As you bring it down, it remains clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Same direction, clockwise.
Okay, I mean, you need to recheck it. The exercise says, Dinesh, sir, what's your input? It is
Yeah, I think
changing the movement.
when I move the finger upwards,
Yeah. Please, sir, go ahead. Dinesh ji,
when I
go
move the
ahead.
finger upwards and
Yeah.
look at the finger, yes,
Yeah.
it's in clockwise.
Yeah.
When I move it to down and look at the finger again, it's moving in anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
The perception.
Absolutely. That's what I am trying to say. And today's session will be all about how I perceive this beautiful emotion or a beautiful value or a beautiful purpose of human existence, and that's happiness. And that's from that perspective, I was saying, please don't believe Girish, because Girish may have a different perspective. And maybe Shrikant has a different perspective, Ravi sir has a different perspective. But the question is, we all, whatever I see, whatever I believe as truth, may be my truth, may not be the truth. My truth and the truth, if there is a gap or the difference, then that can cause a lot of challenges to experience what truly happiness is all about. So if you go by this exercise, and as you have correctly mentioned, actually the hand is moving in the same direction. But the moment I look from below and I'm looking at my finger, which looks at the top, it is the clockwise direction. But the moment the finger goes down, I mean, it's still moving in the clockwise direction only, but it appears as if it is in the anti-clockwise direction. So by and large, it is how my perception is. At times, my perception can aid my happiness, and at times it can take away the very essence of my human existence, and that is happiness is concerned. So today's session will be based on certain dimensions of understanding happiness with different perspectives are concerned. I would try my best to bring certain truth and realities into our plate of discussion today. And I want you to question me as much as possible. I want you to, I mean, have a very high sense of inquiry, and it could be logical, it could be spiritual, it could be emotional, with any platform, but I want you to question me. Because the purpose of today's discussion is not to prove that whatever I know is the right, but it is, I want all of us to evolve the discussion and arrive at the truth is concerned. So there are certain fundamental understanding for truth to happen. Let us see if time permits, we will share that also. I'll share, a presentation that I have made so that it becomes easy for us to, because when you have, sorry, just a minute. Yeah, so that it becomes easy for us to little concentrate in today's session. So it goes like this, a recipe for happiness, and what I want, the very purpose of today's discussion should be, can we lead a life like this, which is 24/7 secured happiness? I want you to little ponder over it, because at times man believes or feels that always happiness is a little challenge. Yeah, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I am enthusiastic, sometimes I feel low, sometimes I feel really good, sometimes I feel really not so good, or maybe at times miserable, or little frustrated, or little agitated, or little irritated. I mean, all a mix of, a lot of things. So my objective in today's session is, can we attain this state of 24/7 secured happiness? In other terms, can I remain always happy? And from that perspective, so my first question is, I mean, not so, what you call difficult question to answer. Is happiness important? I mean, but natural. It's a very simple question. Yeah, I mean, for everybody, happiness is important. Nobody would say that no, I don't want happiness. Question number two: is happiness a universal human feeling? Yes, I mean, to large far extent, I may say yes. It's all very universal, irrespective of your gender, caste, creed, nationality, income, knowledge, culture, religion. Everybody, at the end of the day, we all want to be happy, and that's what makes it very universal. Is there a scientific basis for happiness? Or is it something which is very emotional and something in the air, or spiritual or religious? Yes, we can say there are a lot of research being done to understand whether happiness can be researched about, and the answer is yes. I remember I was doing a program for IFS officers, is the Forest Services officers, I mean, in New Delhi, and they gave me this topic, making life a pleasure. So when they were interacting with me, I said, sir, I mean, can we make a little change in the topic? They said, what? I said, can we replace this word pleasure with happiness? They said, no. I said, but, I don't think so that I am the right person to speak on pleasure, making life a pleasure. They said, no, we have heard about you. Your name was recommended. We want you to speak on this only. I said, fine. So making life a pleasure. So my question is, I mean, you can unmute yourself and speak, or maybe you can, write it in the chat box. If I replace all, sorry, I can't read the top line because it is covered by this Zoom stuff.
I will read it for you.
Please, sister. What is the first line?
If you substitute the word pleasure for happiness, what would be the answer?
Actually, so participants, so my question is, if I replace, Shivani sister, thank you so much. I want you to be there because in certain slides, if I have something written on top, I'm not able to read it. Okay. So friends, if I replace this word happiness with pleasure, now I want you to answer this question. Is happiness and pleasure the same thing? Let me see the chat messages. Is happiness and pleasure the same thing? Pleasure would be temporary, but happiness for a longer time. Radhika says no. Oh, wonderful. So you all know it. Okay? So I'll give you the option yes and no. And I'm very happy that you could find a strong distinction between pleasure and happiness. Question number 2. Do people sometimes equate pleasure with happiness? What's your take? I mean, yeah, theoretically, I do understand they are both different things, but in practical life, in reality, do I actually want pleasure, but we substitute that word and we say, no, 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 it is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. So do people sometimes equate pleasure with happiness? Wow, there are wonderful people. Radhika is very honest. He says yes, but a lot of people say, Jayati says, Divya, Janardhan says, Senthil says, no, no, no. There is a clear-cut demarcation. Oh, that's interesting. Pleasure is a subset of happiness. Dinesh, if I ask you a question, which comes first, pleasure or happiness? Radhika says, we think pleasure will give us happiness. Achha. So what, happiness will give pleasure or pleasure will give happiness? Jayati says, pleasure is for some time. That's okay. Happiness is forever. That's right. Wonderful. So, I mean, you know half of the recipe. Shivani sister, इनको पहले से ही बहुत कुछ पता है भाई, सब्जी क्या बनाना है, आज हम क्या मेनू में है, and they know a lot of stuff. ठीक है ना? Wonderful. Ravi Kiran says some people do equate. Okay, that's interesting. How about you? So we are all good in advising what all others do. And the question is, what do I do? Do I equate happiness with pleasure? Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you need to answer it for yourself. You need not write it in the chat box. Okay, so yes and no. What I feel is that most of us, and at times including Girish also, I'm feeling not okay. I'll just stop this sharing for a minute. Dinesh ji, I want you to respond. I'm not feeling okay. Something went wrong in my office or something in my family, COVID, lockdown, job, pressure, whatever may be the reason. I'm not happy. And I watch Netflix make movie. Now, if I'm watching Netflix make movie, my choice, or I'm reading a book of my taste, is it giving you pleasure or happiness? Or maybe I'm not feeling okay. I tell my team members, which includes Jamil, Dinesh, Kapil, Mary, Pritish, Kavita, we are a team, and we say, chal yaar, बहुत टेंशन ले लिया आज, चल बाहर जाके खाएंगे, पिएंगे, मस्त रहेंगे. Is it happiness or pleasure? क्या बात है? This is interesting. आप लोग बहुत अच्छा जवाब दे रहे. वाह, pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. So my question is, I'm not feeling okay. What do you do for happiness? Because eating food, watching movie, reading something, you say it is pleasure. But today's topic is all about recipe for happiness. So what's the recipe for happiness? I want to be happy and I watch movie. Is this the right tariqa? I am feeling low. I go to a restaurant and eat the best of the best food. Is it for happiness? No, wonderful. Jayati says no. Then what do I do for happiness? आप लोगों ने तो कहा बहुत अच्छा, no, different है, pleasure is temporary, momentary, ये, लेकिन प्रश्न ये है, I mean, what do I do for happiness? Or I switch on the phone, Shivani Ben, please don't bother me. I'm frustrated हो गया हूँ मैं. I switch on my mobile phone, I lock myself in and I sleep royally. मेरे को किसी से बात नहीं करना है, मेरे को कुछ सोचना ही नहीं है. I don't want to interact with anybody. I'm thoroughly irritated. Is it pleasure or happiness? क्या बात है? Jayati says, let go. she wants to let go of this session. This is very difficult session. कितना परेशान कर रहा है, ठीक है ना? This professor, instead of telling the recipe, he is making us think so much. I had, you know, when these kind of sessions happen online, you switch off the video, you keep cutting your vegetables, you do stuff, and at the same time you keep listening also. I mean, I'm not speaking about Jayati, but that's okay. Create right kind of thoughts for happiness. Oh, that's interesting. This is something at a very PhD level. I was speaking at the class 1, class 2 level, but Radhika sister, you're too good. Wonderful friend. So coming back to my presentation, let me share. Okay. So do people sometimes equate pleasure with happiness? Yes and no, whatever. Is there a scientific evidence that differentiates the two? Now it will make a lot of sense. I feel they are the same. Somebody feels no, they are different. I mean, there could be a lot of perception. There could be a lot of views about it. But the question is there a scientific difference to it? And that is an absolute yes. And let me see if I can give you 1 or 2 inputs on, the difference is concerned. So let's try to understand the difference between pleasure and happiness. You all know very well. You have written it very beautifully. So it goes like this. The first one is pleasure is short-lived. You all know that. Happiness is a little longer concept. Okay. Second one, pleasure is visceral. Visceral means below the body, and happiness is ethereal. It's something beyond the body. And this is, if I can understand, this is the basis of the foundation of making a beautiful what you call meal out of happiness is concerned, or something very tasty. This is also very interesting. Pleasure is in taking. Movie dekh liya, khana kha liya, acha sun liya, अच्छी किताब पढ़ ली. It's all in taking. And since childhood, we have equated happiness with taking. अच्छा दिखना है, अच्छा दिखाना है, अच्छा मिलना है, marks, score, promotion, मिलना. It's everything is in taking. And man's life is determined by what am I getting? Or it's not your fault. It's our parents, with due respect. It's our society. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I don't remember. Yeah, I think day before yesterday, International Youth Day, I was interacting with a group of youngsters in Lucknow, and my topic was painting the canvas of life. So one of the guest speakers was an IIM Lucknow professor, Dr. Debashish Gupta. I mean, very close to Brahma Kumaris, and he understands the philosophy of Brahma Kumaris. So he spoke for 2 minutes. He was a busy man. He said, participants, आपका canvas तो खाली नहीं है. Already mummy, papa, society, media, religion ने already paint कर दिया. I mean, do you have a canvas free a space little so that you can think and you can paint it? And that's what is happening. Since childhood, everything was in taking. If you are a good boy, mama will give you chocolate. I felt happy because I'm getting a chocolate. So sorry, it's not happiness, it's pleasure. But nobody taught me it is pleasure. I considered that as happiness. And since last 47 years, today also I work hard. At the end of the month, performance appraisal, what did I get? It's all about getting. If I get it, I am happy. But sorry, friends, it's not happiness, it's pleasure. Happiness is in giving. And this is not there in our agenda of life. Giving is sometimes I appreciate, sometimes I give social, what you call donation, or maybe to family members or to my team members, emotionally, physically. But that is only a small percentage of our life. Otherwise, my subconscious mind is always in the process of taking. Pleasures can be achieved with substances. That's the beauty of it. Happiness can never be achieved with substances. A thing. It can be a human being / thing, although a human being is not a thing. Somebody loves me, gives me love, and I'm taking love. For me, that individual is alive. I'm happy. Individual goes off. I am sad, sorrow, depressed, agony, pain, suffering. What will happen to me? Because the person who was giving me is no more. And that's where it brings in sorrow for me. No, happiness can never be achieved with substances. Pleasure, this is the beauty of pleasure. Pleasure is experienced alone. Alone in the sense, it is your taste buds. It's your eyes. You are taking in. But happiness is experienced in social groups. The extremes of pleasure. Now, this is where the catch is. The extremes of pleasure can lead to addiction, whether it could be substances or behaviors. I'm addicted to Netflix. I'm addicted to WhatsApp. I'm addicted to watching movies. I'm addicted to eating XYZ thing. I'm addicted to, all the negative things also, drugs, alcohol, all those things. So I'm stressed out right now. I'll give you an extreme example. I smoked. The nicotine goes into my lungs. It gets mixed with the blood, goes to the heart pushes it, it goes to the brain. It releases a pleasure hormone. I'll come to that. There is no such thing as being addicted to too much of happiness. बर्बाद हो गया हूं मैं हैप्पीनेस रख करके. शिवानी बहन ऐसा कभी नहीं सुना. लेकिन गलत आदतों के वश I have seen people ruining their life. So wonderful people. They had everything, success, name, charisma, everything, but they lost it because of certain, weakness, and it only gave them pleasure, and they were a slave to pleasure, unfortunately. This is the scientific evidence. Pleasure is always, there is a lot of research done. Pleasure is always tied down to a hormone called as dopamine. It's a neurotransmitter. As I was giving you an example, the nicotine goes up, all the alcohol goes up, it releases dopamine. Dopamine jaise hi release hota hai na, He-Man, the masters of the universe. I can do anything. I can again work for 6 hours. And that rush of that dopamine takes me away from the reality of life. It gives me so much of energy. Happiness will never give you dopamine. So if you look at all the abusive substances, all drugs, they will never have serotonin. They will have only dopamine. Happiness is tied down to another hormone. Again, it can be chemically isolated, tested in laboratories, and there are a lot of research done. It is tied down to a biochemical called as serotonin. And serotonin is called as a happy hormone, whereas dopamine is called as a pleasure hormone. Few more differences. You said pleasure is a momentary feeling, comes from something external. It is a short concept. Happiness, on the other hand, is a state of mind. If my state of happiness is dependent on watching a TV or eating something or going for a movie, then I lose the very basis, then the essence of happiness, then I will not be able to create a good recipe. It's a reflection of what is going inside ourselves, and it's a long-term concept. Pleasure has to do primarily with our 5 senses, bodily senses is concerned. Happiness is independent of these 5 senses. And this is where, I said most of us, in the name of happiness, we actually try to take the pleasures through the senses and we call it as happiness. Many pleasure, this is very interesting point. Many pleasurable things can interfere with unhealthy habits. Food, drugs, a lot of things. It is giving me temporary pleasure. I love, Mendu vada. I don't know, is a good dish there in Andhra Pradesh, but Telangana for that matter. But let us assume Mendu vada. It's dipped in oil, and lekin kya karu? And consuming it for a pretty long time, Girish has severe sorry, heart ka issue हो सकता है, कोलेस्ट्रॉल का इशू हो सकता है, लिवर का प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, बट खाने का मजा is creating a lot of challenges to my health. Many unpleasurable things can create happiness. Think of a situation getting up on a Monday morning and going to office. अरे अच्छा ही नहीं लगता है. It's not pleasurable. But if you go getting up early morning, suppose I am a heart patient, doctor said, Girish, if you want to live, get up early in the morning, walk for at least 45 minutes, brisk walking, cut down on your oil, and maintain certain discipline of food. Now I've started eating cucumber and tomato and all those raw stuff. I mean, it is not pleasurable, but it can give you long-term happiness. Good health is happiness. So what is it that what I always want in life? And that's where I am working hard for pleasurable things, not working hard for happiness. I want a lot of money. Money will fetch you things, and through things we can only have pleasurable life. Pleasurable experiences can be achieved through addiction, food, drugs, alcohol, video games, internet, and a lot of youngsters today are getting addicted to it. Happiness is achieved by good health. What good health? Physical, mental, social, spiritual, having peace of mind, good relationship is concerned. So the recipe of happiness, you have to make happiness happen. It's within you. It is in your hand. Nobody else can make it, friends. Happiness is in your hand. And today I'll be speaking, we've got another 25 minutes. I will be speaking something which is called as positive psychology. Generally, when we speak about psychology, it is considered to be handling issues, challenges, mental problems, depression, anxiety, stress, bipolar issues, a lot of challenges like this. But there is a positive branch of psychology. It is called as positive psychology. And what it primarily does is it tries to study human flourishment, an applied approach to optimal functioning. It is also defined as a study of strength and virtues that enables individual, communities, and organizations to thrive. And when I say about happiness is something to do with our mind, primarily it means it's affecting our mental health. And what is mental health? It includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And put it simply, how you think, how you feel, and how you act are the three main ingredients of happiness. I repeat, the basic premise of the recipe of happiness is your thoughts. I mean, Radhika had mentioned it, how you think. Absolutely correct. You're on the right way of trying to achieve happiness. How you feel and how you act, it also determines how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. And it is important in every stage of human life, right from childhood to old age is concerned. So friends, my next question, should we wait for happiness, or should we make happiness, or should we cultivate happiness? We should make happiness, or we should wait for happiness to happen to me? Please unmute yourself. Sister, please unmute. I can't read your name. Some neat is there. I can't read your full name. Yeah. Lavneet, sister, go ahead. Should you wait? Make happiness. कैसे बनाएंगे sister?
With your recipe.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, Shivani sister, your audience is so good. They have already surrendered. आप जो बोलेंगे हम कर लेंगे. But that was my first condition was. I mean, please don't. I mean, accept whatever I have to tell you. You have to, think and make it. But I'm so very happy. You're so open to learning. That is too good. Ravi Kiran sir says positive thinking. Chalo, theek hai. My first question. Okay, I will ask Lavneet, right? Your name is Lavneet? Okay, Lavneet sister. Is happiness an always concept or a sometimes concept? Can you yeah, go ahead.
We would like it to be an always concept, but we forget.
So I mean, what happens? Life may there are ups and downs. Can is it possible to always remain happy? Or is it just a theoretical or philosophical concept? In practical, it is not possible.
Maybe if we try for it, we can make it happen.
Too good. Shivani sister, अगली बार ना Lavneet को कहना session लेने के लिए. She has all the ingredients of taking a session on positivity. That's interesting. Ravi Kiran sir, what do you think? Is it possible? to always be happy? It's all about how we perceive things around us. Okay, that's okay. But is it possible to always remain happy?
There may be some situations where we have unhappiness,
Yeah.
but we have to try to convert those unhappy situations into happy
Yeah.
by perceiving in a different manner,
Wonderful.
change our mindset,
Good.
and try to move forward.
So who is stopping you to change your mindset, sir? Who is saying don't have the right mindset? Is somebody pointing a gun on your head and say, no, 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 think negative, think, painfully? Is somebody forcing you?
No, it is our own perception.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I'll tell you some beautiful concepts, perceptions people have. People say it is, I'm so sorry if you're hearing at the background a child crying. It is the neighbor's child crying. I don't know what's gone wrong, but that's okay. Maybe he's unhappy, right? Okay. At times we also cry, but not like this, but we have a different style of crying. So people come and tell me, no, 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 Girish, it's not possible to always remain happy. I say, why? Simple answer, because I'm married. I mean, sorry, on a lighter way. Okay. Because I've got kids, because I've got a future, because COVID, because lockdown, because breakdown, because my mom is suffering from cancer, because I have, last 20 years, L4, L5, S1 perforated disc, and I mean, doctors say you will have to live with it. I have autoimmune disease called as rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylosis, and there is no cure on it. I mean, जब जिंदगी है, घर है, परिवार है, बच्चे हैं, फ्यूचर है, लॉकडाउन है, टारगेट है, अचीवमेंट्स है, बॉस है, sorry to say, I mean, how is it possible to remain happy? I mean, it's pretty difficult. And they say, sir, life is kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. That was a beautiful Hindi movie. Life is day and night. Life has its own beauty. I mean, it is dark also, bright also. I mean, life में सब होना ही है. मैंने कहा क्यों होना है भाई? Then they say, sir, if there is no darkness, then we don't appreciate and value light. अगर दुख नहीं होगा तो फिर ना सुख का importance ही नहीं रहेगा. हमें सुख का महत्व नहीं पता चलेगा. सुख को हम we will not strive for happiness. मैंने कहा बहुत अच्छा. So I have a few what you call argumentative suggestions for it, for all those people who think like this. Question: safety, road safety, light safety, ghar ki safety, any safety, industrial safety, any safety. Question: always or sometimes? No, safety is an always concept or not? Shrikant Chavan says always, Radhika says always, Jyoti says always. This is interesting. Always safety is what we try to achieve. But always happiness? No, how is it possible? Because life, because wife, because kids, because future. Sorry, because diseases. Sorry, friends. Look at our mindset. The recipe of happiness is how we think, how we perceive, how is the agenda of our life in our mindset. So safety is an always concept. Success is an always concept or a sometimes concept? What do you strive? What do you put effort for? Yeah, that is the beauty. But for happiness, not possible. Even if I try, do all the hard work, sir, in life cannot be always happy. But success is what I'm always trying to achieve. Safety is what I'm always trying to achieve. So look at the mindset I have for safety and success, but the same doesn't match for happiness. How is it possible? And that's where I find that, as human beings, we have a very strong limiting belief, which is stopping us from attaining that always happy state of, being. So I'll give you two logic. People say until unless you are sad, you are sorrow, you will not understand the importance of happiness. So my 10th standard student comes and tells me, my child comes and tells me, Papa, till 9th standard, I've always stood first in the class. I'm not experiencing the beauty, the taste, the appreciation of success. So 10th standard, I will fail. So let me understand what success is all about, because failure will only make you understand. Will any daddy allow you? Will any dad on planet Earth allow any child to fail? Just because you don't understand and you will not appreciate the beauty of success? No, friends. It doesn't work that way. You know, there is a theft taken place in my house. I go to the police station and complain. The police inspector says, हमेशा तो नहीं चोरी हुआ ना, कभी कभी हुआ ना, क्यों इतना परेशान हो रहे? कभी कभी दुख चलता है, कभी कभी गुस्सा चलता है, कभी कभी हार्ट अटैक चलता है, कभी कभी ब्लड प्रेशर चढ़ता है, कभी कभी हेडेक चलता है, कभी कभी इरिटेशन चलता है. And आप कभी कभी, if all these things can work, तो कभी कभी आपके घर में चोरी, कभी कभी एक्सीडेंट. Sorry friends, you know, we are so conveniently अपने आधार से we have programmed life. What I see, what I believe, what I think is the right. No, it is not the right. It is your right. It is your truth. But does it match with that absolute truth? If success is an always concept, damn sure happiness, peace, love, this is what I strive for. But the question is now, how do I remain always happy? Very simple, friend. What does a rose flower do to spread its fragrance, to spread its beauty? You look at a rose flower, you feel good. You smell a rose flower, the fragrance, you feel good. What does a rose flower do? Actually, I mean, we have very less time. Actually, it doesn't do anything. Actually, it doesn't do anything. It just lives in its original natural state. A rose flower is not worried that a child will come and pluck me. A rose flower is not worried late in the evening I'll again close down. The rose flower is not worried that tomorrow I will not exist. A rose flower is not worried that a sheep or a goat will come and eat me away. It is just in its natural state. Similarly, friends, this is what spirituality says, that, you know, we are all born beautiful. We are beautiful. But the greatest irony of human life is we are very easily and thoroughly convinced that we are not. I repeat, we are all very beautiful. Every human soul is very, 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 very beautiful. God created man in its own image. But the challenge is we are very easily convinced that we are not. I mean, I can't speak English. I don't have too much of hair. I'm not intelligent. I have failed so many times. I'm struggling my entire life. I don't have a house of my own. My children don't study. There are umpteen reasons for me to believe that I'm not beautiful. I'm not complete. I'm not wholesome. I am not fulfilled. And that's where the whole problem is. So the recipe for happiness is, the first recipe is to go by that original, righteous, true understanding that I am happy. I am. That's my original nature. So I'll give you one formula. One is a correct formula. The other is a little not so correct formula. So when I asked you a question, what does a rose flower do to be happy? So my question should have been, although it is little late, what you should do to be happy. I mean, what does a rose flower do? So what should a human being do to be happy? Girish says what you should do or what you should get in order to be happy. So the formula goes like this: get, do, and be. Because it starts from pleasure, getting. That is what I consider is the ultimate formula of happiness. If I get XYZ things, then I'll be happy. So the first thing is what you should get. First example, I want to get a lot of money. You can't eat money. You can't sleep over money. That's power. Wealth is power. It has got certain power to do something. What do you do? The second formula. Second aspect of the formula. Do is traveling. Do is constructing a house. Do is buying things. With money you can do it. So let us assume I'm traveling and I click selfie photographs in exotic location or across the globe, Niagara Falls, Amazon Forest, blah, blah, blah places. And when I get likes, happiness. Get money, do travel, click photographs and be happy. Okay. Number 2, get a lot of money, construct a house for my parents. They stay very happily with all the comforts. Son Girish is very happy that I could give back to my parents what they did it for me. Okay, so this was money. Number 3, I want to get into a relationship. अरे अकेले कैसे रहे भैया, कोई तो चाहिए. चाहिए 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 ही प्रॉब्लम है. कोई लोग अपने मर्जी से चाहिए ले लेते, कोई मम्मी पापा का फोर्सफुल देने वाले से चाहिए कर लेते. अरेंज्ड मैरिज, द फर्स्ट वन वाज लव मैरिज. ठीक है, और मे बी विदाउट मैरिज आल्सो आई कैन हैव. आजकल तो वैसा भी हो गया है, व्हाटएवर इट इज द करंट सिनेरियो. ठीक है, सो आई वांट टू गेट इनटू अ रिलेशनशिप. सो आई हैव दिस girl or lady with me. We get married. What do I do with this personality? Oh, I love doing. Love is doing. She loves me, I love her back, I care for her, I support her, I live for her, blah blah blah. She also does the same to me. Wow, then I'm happy. Get into a relationship, do love, please forgive, all those things, then I'm happy. Good. But this is not complete. There is a fourth one also. I want to get a baby. ये मतलब ये गेटिंग ही प्रॉब्लम है. अरे तुमको एक मिल गया, अभी काय को परेशान हो रहे? नो नो नो, नाउ शी इज फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट आरएनए डीएनए, शी इज फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट क्या बोलते खानदान. आई वांट माय आरएनए, माय ब्लड, माय सन, माय डॉटर. अच्छा चलो भाई, यू आर ट्राइंग टू गेट अ बेबी. अच्छा मिल गया बेबी, व्हाट डू यू डू विद द चाइल्ड? Again, love, care, share. Now your center of life is the children, not your wife. I mean, we keep on shifting goals, ठीक है ना? And in turn, the baby also loves daddy, maybe for some period of time, ठीक है? And if that happens, then I'm happy. Friends, you can put anything and everything into this get, do, and be formula. I gave you only 3-4 examples. It is a flawed formula. It's a flawed mental programming. And I can touch your feet, friends. Please don't instill this programming to your children. कितने मार्क्स मिलेंगे, क्या करेगा तू, तेरे को एडमिशन मिलेगा क्या? यू नो फ्रेंड्स, हम है ना वो प्रोग्रामिंग को, जो नेचुरल, वो जो गुलाब का फूल था ना, उससे हम हटा रहे हैं उसको. एंड एट दिस 47 years of age, I listen to Professor Girish for 1 hour. सब बकवास है, ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है. Because 47 years of get to do be, and suddenly someone comes and tells me no, change the formula. And what is the change formula? Reverse it. Be happy, with happiness, do everything, you will get what you want. What do you want? You want to become famous? It was the longest study done at Harvard Social Development Study. It started in the year 1936. It's still continuing. It started with 754 people. They had 2 groups of people, one from the Harvard sophomores, and the second was from a Boston, neighborhood, they were not very affluent from the society. 700 something people. Out of it, almost 60 are still alive, and they are in this, early 90s. And what they found out, and this was not questionnaire, they tracked their entire family, they tracked their physical condition, they tracked medical tests, the children, the grandchildren, everything. And you know what they found out? That one person went on to become the president of United States of America. Few of them were depression patient, alcoholic, social, plus minus is both the ways. And the question they are trying to find an answer is, what is it what would make you happy and peaceful, what you should do? And you know what they got? The answer is, it's relationship. It's how is your relationship with yourself? How do you look at yourself? How is your relationship with your family members, with nature, with the Almighty, with anybody and everything? Because we are social beings. So my relationship with myself, I don't appreciate myself as a natural gulab ka phool. I to keep on, insulting myself. I couldn't do this. I'm not good at it. This is what is happening to me. हम कितना insulting है अपने लिए. And then happiness is it's far off from me. You cannot even, be close to the real understanding of happiness is concerned. So the formula is, be happy. Right now I'm sitting here. Electricity gone. No TV. My wife left for her hometown yesterday, so I have to cook food. So cook pata hai bhai how good am I a cook? अब cook का भी स्वाद नहीं. Can I experience happiness without seeing anything, without eating anything, without listening to something good? Just like this, like a beautiful rose flower, if I can experience, is equal to the first part of the formula. Be happy for no reason, for no season. I am happy. Why? Because I am made like that. Why is a rose flower beautiful? Because it is beautiful. I am happy because that's how the basic ingredient is. That's my true, original, innate, absolute, intrinsic core personality is happiness. With that state, I go and cook. मैं ही बनाऊं खाना. अब या तो you can cook with frustration or you can cook with happiness. Whatever the outcome is, whether you can eat it or not, that's also different. My God, Shivani बहन क्या light gone. ठीक है. Can I go to my work with happiness? Can I go out? I know COVID is there. Without taking all the precautions, still I can go with happiness. सुबह से लेकर रात तक with happiness, with happiness, with happiness. If I can do these two things, you will get what you want. What do you want? Name, fame, award, reward, which will only make you pleasure, which will give you pleasure. वो मिलेगा नहीं भी मिलेगा तो भी important नहीं है. You will enjoy the whole process, and that's the golden formula. And that is what Lavneet sister said. Let us not wait for a result, positive result to happen, somebody to award me, to appreciate me. I don't appreciate myself. I need not tell myself I am in a state of appreciation all the time. I am in a state of happiness all the time, even if the external environment is favorable or not favorable. I'm not dependent on it. I am tomorrow, 15th August. I am going to be independent. I am not out dependent. So freedom, freedom from, and free to. Freedom from anger, free to be peaceful. Freedom from pain, freedom from agony, freedom from frustration, free to lead life peacefully, free to love, free to be happy. And if I can achieve this freedom from and free to choose, free to have a faith, free to be peaceful, free to live life consistently, not compromising onto my values. Come what may, गाली ना दूंगा, गाली सुनकर के खुद को गाली भी नहीं दूंगा. चलिए, I've already, it's 12:30, but we do one exercise, 1 minute. ठीक है? Keep your fingers like this. अब be happy तो करना पड़ेगा ना? ठीक है? Keep it at the end of your lips. Wonderful. Push it up. Smile. Wonderful. And keep your face smiling and hands down. Yeah. Tomorrow, 15th August, till night 12 o'clock. And be like this. Be happy till 12 at night. Come what may, come what may. And I'll tell you one situation. I was doing a program in Kashmir. So this brigadier asked me a question. Girish, let us assume hypothetically a terrorist comes and holds a gun against your temple. I was doing a program in Srinagar. I said, sir, so what? Bola, nahi, you are going to die. I mean, what choice do you have? I said, still I've got a choice. Bola, yaar, tum marne wale ho bhaiya, what choice? I said, still I've got a choice. He said, what is the choice? I said, I'll tell the terrorist. Just 1 second. जब मरना ही है तो कैसे मरो? खुशी से मरो. और कोई option ही नहीं है हमारे पास. So my happiness is not dependent on the imminent death or imminent life. My happiness is dependent on my decision, on my true identity. And that's what Brahma Kumaris does. And we are an expertise organization. To know thyself is education. And Sister Shivani and all the Brahma Kumaris, dedicated sisters and brothers, we keep imparting this true knowledge that the basis or the recipe of happiness is how I think, how I feel, and how I act And if this is based on the true knowledge, then happiness is in my control. Then I am happy always. Thank you. Om Shanti. Shivani sister.
Thank you so much, Pedam, for that wonderful session. And I'm very sure it was much enjoyed and much appreciated by all the participants. If somebody would like to unmute themselves and share a few words of your feedback on today's session, that is okay. Or if you have any questions, you can always write it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask for yourself. Before we conclude the session with a minute of meditation,
Sister,
can
aap
take-
karaiye meditation. Yeah, 2
it would be
minutes.
nice if you can take it, but I don't mind. Sure. We're getting good feedback. There is a feedback form link in your chat box. You can always click on that link and take a few minutes to share your feedback, as your valuable feedback matters to us and it helps us to improve ourselves, improve our sessions going forward. You can see a polling form on your screen. You can just click your choice as to how you found today's session, so that we can work towards it, make it more interesting for you, and whichever area you need more inputs, we can address to those topics of yours. So yes. Any questions from anybody?
Senthil has a
Yes.
question.
Yes, Senthil, you can unmute yourself.
Sister, let us wait for 10 more seconds.
Sure. Okay. Because people are filling the feedback form, so the polling form. All right. Is that good, Aditya bhai?
Yes, we can finish it now.
Yes, Senthil bhai is asking, during pandemic period, all we are at virtual stage, sometime unmanageable with kids. Give me some advice for kids.
So, I mean, on a lighter vein, till this time, your kids who were unmanageable were being managed by somebody else. So, hats off to your teachers, school teachers, and a lot of other people. And today we understand the importance of somebody else handling my kids. See, primarily what happens is children are full of energy, and they want to be engaged. And I do understand that you may have your work from home commitment. At the same time, you have your kids also, and they also need attention. I think we are only looking at our challenge of that we are unable to manage them because we have a lot of commitments. But if you look at from the other perspective, even children are in stress. They are not able to go out. They are missing their friends. They are missing their school. They are missing the play outside. So I think if we can also understand them and we can handle them in a way which appeals to them, and one of the best ways is to spend little time with kids, take them into confidence, don't dictate terms. The last a child would need is an advice and somebody dictating terms for them. So make them understand. And I think if you appraise them with the right mindset and the right words and the right energy, they do understand it very beautifully. And if you can sensitize them that it is difficult time for the entire family, it is difficult for me also because I am also working from home. Maybe your wife is also working from home, and if kids makes noise, if they are demanding, it distracts you and you are not able to concentrate, and it impacts your work also. So if you can give them some space, number one, if you can take them into confidence that let us, decide. I'll give you one, example. There was this family where the wife was it was very difficult for her to manage work from home as well as, preparing food and managing the kids. So she had put down the papers and she was not very happy that she was putting down her paper. And then, we had a discussion and we spoke to the entire family as to what would be the way out. So when we spoke to that housewife, we came to know that initially the elders in the family, the wife would cook food, dabba mein de karke, she would also leave for office, the entire family would also leave for office. Okay? But now since the wife is at home, we want garma garam khana. So she has to spend a lot of time. So say for example 12:30, 1 o'clock is lunchtime, she has to somehow manage her work at the same time, because it is lunchtime, fresh aana chahiye, it is breakfast time, fresh aana chahiye. So then and this was getting too much for her, she was not able to balance it out. Then we discussed with the family members, kya ye garam garam ke liye kuch options ho sakta hai kya? And they said fine. So जैसे पहले वाला सिस्टम था, नॉर्मल वाला सिस्टम था कि she will prepare food 8 o'clock, she will do everything for the entire day and then leave for office. Similarly, mama, the wife, daughter-in-law will not be disturbed from say 8:30 till 5 except for 1 hour lunch. If the entire family can also understand, so if your children can also understand the plight of daddy, the plight of mama, and they do understand, if you put it in the right perspective, it may take little time, it may take little time for you to convince them, but believe me, children are very smart and they would definitely listen to me. Yeah, whatever we say, the kids don't listen at all, because with due respect, if I'm not interesting, they will not listen to me. They will listen to Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan and everything, but they don't listen to daddy. You know why? Maybe I'll have to put it in the right perspective. I will have to learn it. There is no magic formula. Simple, sir, to be very honest, there is no magic wand कि आपने बोल दिया और उन्होंने सुन लिया. But you will have to win the confidence. You will have to win the trust. You will have to be very engaging and very entertaining. And that is where the whole challenge is, how creative you can become. And there are beautiful, concepts in the art of parenting. Sometime later, if we can arrange one, we can specifically have one session on how to handle kids during this lockdown time, or, how to handle, expectation of the kid also we can handle. But I think meditation and spirituality will help you to relax, will help you to cool down, calm down. And you know what happens? मैंने एक बार प्यार से बात किया, 2 बार समझाया, 3 बार समझाया, Senthil Papa, the 4th way will, lose everything and I will shout. So whatever effort I've done for the first 3 times, it will all gets washed away. So I mean, we feel that kya kare, sir, I was helpless, I had no other option. But meditation will help you to maintain your, cool, your calmness, your serenity, so that you don't give up your patience and handle the kids in a beautiful way. Thank you. Sister, we can go ahead with
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I don't think, we never got any questions in the chat box, so we will go forward with the meditation. I suggest all of you to just, if you could turn on your cameras, that would be great, so that we can have an eye contact with you, and it's a way of exchanging energy. Sitting comfortably. I relax my body. For a few minutes. I withdraw my attention from the external world, the world of sounds, the world of roles and responsibilities. I disassociate myself from this image of mine. I'm totally at ease with myself. In these silent moments, I reflect on today's session. I see what is true happiness for me. And as I reflect on today's session, I understand that I am a happy being of light. That is my true identity. I am a soul seated in the center of my forehead, and by very nature, I'm happy. For a few seconds, I experience the innate quality of the soul, which is happy by itself, not dependent on external factors. My outer world is constantly changing. I have no control over it. But I, the soul, within this costume called body, am constantly happy, peaceful, pure, and powerful. Because this is my true nature. Nothing from the external world can take away my innate qualities. It's permanent. As I experience the innate qualities of the soul, which is peace, purity, love, happiness, and I feel they all belong to me. I'm no more a seeker of happiness. I'm full within, and I can extend my happiness to the world around me. With these thoughts, I slowly come back to my external world, to play my role to the best of my ability, bringing back with me the experience of true inner happiness. Om Shanti.